Welcome to another podcast with Scoreboard Gaming. We are the Scoreboard Gamers. I'm Joshua.
I'm Mitchell.
I'm Evan.
And you may have noticed that in the last couple of weeks we've been a little slow with what videos we have been releasing. You may have noticed that it's only been like 2 podcasts or so, or 2 other videos, I believe GTA and NHL. But the reason that has been happening is that the other 2 guys have been doing exams. So
Hello. Yeah, well, I'm sorry about that. But school is definitely a priority over making videos at the time because I need to make some money while I make videos too.
we're not famous yet, guys.
No,
If you haven't noticed yet.
I'm still
Not
resorting
yet.
to sucking
Not
dick
yet.
on the corner, but
And even if Under Mitchell's famous, if he is famous, he will still be resorting to sucking dick on the corner.
I just like it in general. Okay,
Yeah, it's going to become more of a hobby at that time.
already is. Don't tell my girlfriend.
Um, but anyways, we're going to be starting up with more because I believe Evan has his last exam tomorrow, and I'm giving us away right now. But he has his next exam after this podcast. But after that, we're done, and we hope to
Give you guys more content.
more content
And more quality content.
Yeah. We've been giving it a lot of thought, and we've been looking forward to doing more podcasts, of course, and more GTA videos because those are pretty popular. And we're also looking at doing some script work for possible skit shows that we're doing in the future. Obviously, in game, mainly being Minecraft that we have planned so far, but we'll be, of course, letting you guys know what we do for sure.
If everything goes planned this week, hopefully by the mid-May we'll have a video or 2 to release. So we'll have something to show for it. Hopefully by then.
Yep, no, and we'll be planning on letting you know for sure. But we're gonna jump from what we're doing to what we're gonna be talking about. We're gonna be talking about the newest PS4 update that many of us, and when I say many of us, I'm just talking about the us 3, are happy to see some updates, including the friend online notifications, which we love from Xbox 360. User scheduled events and play together. So what are your thoughts on those guys?
I feel like it should have been there in the first place, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, that was a default thing for 360.
I was thinking that too. I remember like up until right before this update happened, I was thinking to myself. I remember just like clearly just like sitting down on the PlayStation, being like, "Is Mitchell online?" It's like I don't remember seeing him online. I'm just like, "Does it show him online?" And then like go with my friends that he's online. I was like, "I didn't see him come online." And then I just remember thinking, I forgot that PlayStation doesn't have that feature yet. And I was like, why the fuck not?
Yeah, it's like you knew something was missing all this time, and you don't miss it until you don't have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's really interesting because you think, well, a previous system had it. Why wouldn't a newer system have it, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Good point.
I know it's like we're talking like from 360 to the PS4 here, but still, you think they would look at like what online things did people really enjoy about other systems, and what can we add to ours to make it even better, right?
Yeah.
Also, they added user schedule events, and that's pretty cool because let's say me and Evan and Josh plan on playing GTA at 9 o'clock, but we're doing something different on the console up until then. I can set us a reminder on the event, so it'll be hopefully one of us will clue in and see the little pop-up, be like, oh shit, I'm supposed to be playing GTA right now. Let's change my window here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's like an awesome thing because we're always like on the Facebook chat talking to each other in that group chat saying, oh, are you guys going to be on tonight? Who's going to be on? What are we doing? Instead, we could just go on PlayStation and actually plan shit out, schedule an event, and it will kind of hold us to it more, if you know what I mean. Like if we have an obligation saying, well, we have an event scheduled, that's it, right?
Yeah.
It's like our unofficial booking dates. Like if we want to shoot something, like we'll be like, oh shit, we'll schedule for this hour to this hour.
Yeah.
It'll really help everybody with anything, really.
Yeah, and I was thinking, it was funny. We're so busy too. All I can think of is Night at the Roxbury, where the girl asked him, "Are you free?"
Jeffrey? Oh.
No, Night at the Roxbury. where like the girl asks them like, "Is your schedule free?" And then they open up the booking notepad like out of the plastic, and he's like, yeah, looks like we're free. Looks like we're free that day.
Classic.
Yeah, but I'm happy to see the update, and there's a couple other things like watching some of your friends play games.
Yeah.
Which I think is pretty cool too, because it adds to it. I find because there's a lot of games that you guys have that I don't have, so I'm very excited for the play together stuff. And like I was saying, I love to watch Evan and Mitchell play games, and I think it'll get even cooler when the new VR systems come out. And we were talking about this not too long ago on another podcast, right?
2 podcasts ago, I think.
Yeah, the PS4 virtual reality.
I actually watched Markiplier do a video of this game, and it was really fucking scary. Like, his character was stuck in his bed, and it was almost like a sleep paralysis kind of feel. But like, he's watching everything that's going on, and like, it is fucking scary. The whole point of the game, I think it was a demo, was he had to follow the lights that were flickering.
Oh.
And every time he followed them, like, if you followed them carefully enough and paid enough attention, something would change. Like, the pictures would swap out with pictures of, like, the girl from The Grudge almost.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Yeah, I was just thinking with virtual reality, I was,
and then, like, at the end, he was like, shit, man, I'm so glad I took it off and I was fucking home.
Back in the safe zone, yeah.
And I was going to say, Evan, isn't there a similar story that Angry Joe?
Oh, Kitchen.
Right? Yeah.
Yes, Kitchen. I remember telling Mitchell about that, and then I just immediately had to show him the video of him talk. Yeah, he was at it wasn't E3, I don't believe, unless it was, because that's a major game.
It happened last year.
It was actually almost a year ago, so yeah.
So I guess it was E3, but he was at he was floating around, and there's a booth, and like there's these people saying like Joe, and like they knew him from YouTube, and there were these little game developers, and they brought him over, and they got him to try out this called Kitchen, where it was a VR game where it starts you off in a kitchen, and like you almost get like almost like tortured upon by this like fucked up girl watching you or some shit, and apparently he just said it was the most like terrifying experience like ever. So I can't wait to. It's almost like scared, but I can't wait to see what VR brings. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's the thing. If we're looking at the Vive, which released some new news not too long ago, it's going to be full immersion. So the way it works is you install it on your wall, and it maps out your room. So you need a big enough size room. So in the game, you'll approach a virtual wall, but it'll actually be your room's physical wall.
Yeah.
So you like when you run into a wall in the game, you run into your own wall. But it'll give you warnings before obviously doing that. But it gives you hand things plus obviously the head gear like Oculus Rift.
I can picture customers contacting these guys like, you fucking broke my headset. No, you broke it running into the fuking wall.
Well, it would be the same like argument as
the Wii U remotes.
Wii U remotes, yeah, for sure. The Wii, just like the remotes flew all over the place. People were breaking TVs, but
if you use the bracelet on it, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You really have to. They probably say as long as you follow all the proper safety things, nothing and nobody will get hurt. But of course, people will get hurt and things will get damaged. But it will all be on them because they'll make it foolproof, right?
And it all makes for some great YouTube compilation videos.
It will.
But a big thing too is that it's going to be $200 US dollars more than Rift, which, depending on how you're looking at things,
it's gonna be pricey Canadian. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's going to be pricey, but it depends on how you're looking at things. I mean, I don't know about you guys. Are you looking really for the immersive, like standing up sort of thing, or are you looking just for the headset?
I'm waiting to see like if not Oculus, but Project Morpheus will join the full immersion thing at the last minute, because if they plan on doing it last minute, I'll still get the Morpheus, but from the looks of it right now, if it's going to be full immersion, I think I might go with the Vive or the Vive.
Yeah.
I think personally, starting off, if Project Morpheus, which is what I'm looking into in terms of VR, if it just goes with the whole headset thing for now, like that we know about, probably start off baby steps with that because for me to jump from a console, television gaming into a full immersive experience, I'd probably just have like a heart attack. So, not because I'm not saying like I'm fat at. I'm just saying like I have to move around, but just that's a huge step for me. So I'm probably just like I'm just going to take it slow with the headset and see how that goes first.
Yeah, and I think the cool thing is that, well, there's a couple things you have to consider too. Would be that Oculus Rift being just a headset, you could probably incorporate that into a lot of games, as opposed to the Vive or the Vive. Sorry,
whatever it is.
Yeah, it's definitely for more hardcore users that like want to put themselves into the game, but there's going to be limited games there, right?
Yeah.
So exactly what is the Vive? Is it a console all of its own? Like,
I believe it's HTC and Steam, or HTC. I believe is making
the
it.
phone company.
Yeah, the phone company.
Shit.
So they're obviously in the big technology, but they're stepping into an area where they're sounds like they're going to do decent by the way they were going here. But I don't know if they're affiliated with any game system or any other systems or any other companies.
Now,
I wasn't paying attention to that.
Talking about VR, like I'm getting like flashbacks of the anime Sword Art Online and how every single way this can go wrong. Like, I don't know if you've ever watched it, you guys, but it was like there was these microchips inside the headsets,
Mm-hmm.
and it sent out microwave-like signals. And what they did was they trapped players in the game and disabled the logout button, so they couldn't take the headsets off.
Oh,
So they were stuck in the game, and I think it was like 2 or 3 years they were stuck in the game. And if you died in the game, they fried and melted your brain with the microchip.
What in the fuck?
Yeah, it's almost like the Matrix when you die in
You
the
die in real life, yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, ever since I watched Sword Art Online, the anime, it was really fucking hard for me to, like, even think about getting a Morpheus. I'm like, no, that's not gonna happen. People aren't that fucked up in real life, I hope.
Yeah, it's. I mean, let's hope not. But at the same time, you really have to ask yourself how realistic is it to put something like that into a headset. And I mean, speaking as somebody who has decent technology, hardware understanding, I don't think it would be possible to do that.
That was just the conspiracy theory part of me, just thinking too much.
Yeah. For sure, you're stupid. But I mean,
you're a fucking dick.
No, I think it's going to be decent, personally, and I think I'm with Evan saying that I don't know if I'm going to be able to make that full leap to the immersion, And
it's good.
I know
Take it baby steps.
Yeah, and I think the headset, like the Rift or Project Morpheus, there, whatever I choose or whatever I do, I think that would be more than enough. I think that's going to bring some pretty decent experiences. But yeah, besides that, we're going to talk about some new games that we're playing. And I mean, speaking of games that I would love to get into, like, if I could play Dishonored with VR, I'd be pretty happy. That's a game I got recently, and it's pretty amazing.
Good.
Yeah, it's for people out there who played it, they would probably agree with me when I say it's a mix between BioShock, Assassin's Creed, set in like a Fable-like atmosphere, and it's just overall fun to play. It's like Fallout, where like your choices have consequences. So everything that you do in the game, like how many people you kill in the missions, affects how the game will end. So I've been trying to be good and trying to kill as little people as possible. I know I'm not going to get the achievement for not killing anybody, but I'm trying to be as good as possible. But it's a lot of fun. I like games that have consequences for your actions, and overall, I like stealthy kind of assassin-like games. Anyways, what about you guys? Have you been knocking into any newer games lately?
Me and Evan have been beating the shit out of each other in UFC.
Yeah, I've convinced him to buy the newer EA UFC, which is a good game. Mitchell has been knocking me down most of our bouts. I will admit that, but
I think Evan's winning about 20%, so he's not doing bad.
Yeah, he did have Bruce Lee for one quick match, and I did knock him the hell out. So I'm just gonna be proud and keep talking about that until I win again.
Man, it sucks because they couldn't incorporate all Bruce Lee's moves into UFC, so like Bruce Lee would just like fucking break somebody in half.
Oh, they did, man. You're not that good.
Well, I think it's a mix of things too. Like Bruce Lee probably didn't have any groundwork like most MMA.
Yeah, he was most stand up. Yeah, no, for sure. But it's still actually like
He beat
Mitchell's
me
like
standing up.
yeah, Mitchell's Mitchell's like doing like these like Bruce Lee crazy like cartwheel kicks and like at the same time there's this little audio of him going like when he does it too, so it's like terrifying. There is, man, like legit if you listen closely, and I'm just like thinking like, oh, I'm so fucked. I'm gonna take us in, if you don't mind me cutting you off, to a new segment that we're gonna incorporate into some of our videos called Ending Easter Egg, where at the end of our podcast we're gonna put in a new rumor or news that we hear about an upcoming video game that may or not be true. And I brought up earlier, we're going to talk about the map that got released for the supposed new Red Dead game that'll be coming out soon, hopefully.
Yes.
Can you stop this, Evan? No, the game, it sucks. Let's just stop.
Whoa.
No one bought that game. They had one sale. What I have here too, looking at the map, if I just go through right quick, there's like all the land has been named and everything. That sounded really intricate names, and like even I think it's like almost like the southern states that border Mexico, just like the original Red Dead Redemption. I haven't looked through it thoroughly enough to actually look, but there's like they have everything listed like in a little legend, from town settlements, caravan camps, game hideouts that are like caravan camps as well. There's landmarks, homesteads with robberies and stuff, homesteads with frontiers, and they have borders, and they even have like a
if they're that far along in development, like geez, we're gonna get this game like really soon.
It's interesting. It's something to look into if you guys are looking forward to a new Red Dead installment.
I'm looking forward to getting back into Red Dead with Evan and reliving that epic time I fucking blew up a Jaguar or whatever it was. Yeah, the Cougar that came down from the mountain. It was fucking
story always go down in time.
Yeah, oh, it's tons of fun, and the map looks a lot bigger than the other one. But the biggest difference between I found GTA and the Red Dead maps is you have to be careful making the Red Dead maps too big because, you only had a horse to go around on, right, and stagecoaches. Mm-hmm. So it's not like GTA where you have helicopters and planes and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So they definitely have to keep that in mind. But I definitely don't mind a bigger place or bigger map because I guess you too get carriages. Longer distances, right? But I think that's just about it for us here at Scoreboard Gaming. We're the Scoreboard Gamers. I'm Joshua.
Mitchell.
And I'm Evan.